Take a deep, deep breath. And I want you to think about a wish. Make it a genuine, authentic wish from the heart, free of judgment, shame, overthinking. Something that is genuine, that you deeply care about. Breathe it in as you think about it. Perfect love and perfect peace. The world will dance as one. I dream the wish to make it real. The magic now is done. So motivate. I want to read you something before we begin. The 13 powers of the witch. 13 powers do the witches claim. Their right of lineage by Morgane. Tie a knot and say the words, or hand on head, the blessing conferred. A witch can give success in love, curse or bless through goddess above. Speak to beasts and spirits alike, command the weather, cast out a blight. Read the heavens and stars of the night, divine the future and give good advice. Conjure treasure and bring fortune to bear, heal the sick and kill despair. This is my birthright, to have and to share. Blessings upon you, may the spirits be fair. So mote it be. Good morning, Avalon. Welcome, seekers. Thank you, everyone, for joining either live or later to the recording. BB, hello. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining. Happy to have a moderator. Hoon Kim, I really need this. Oh, great. Happy to have a channel member. Thank you. With that being said, let's do some gratitude. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my channel members. Thank you for my moderators. And thank you for everyone who tunes in. This time, other times, I really appreciate you. Please be sure to give this the thumbs up if you're here. For reciprocity, Super Chat and PayPal reciprocity are welcomed. And tell me your dreams. It can be either, we're doing a dream interpretation. And then afterwards, it will be followed by tarot and runes by the elements. So for earth signs, water signs, fire signs, and air signs, and then the collective and the fucus. Dream interpretation. Even if you're watching this afterwards and it's not specifically your dream, you are guided to hear the message for a reason. There's something there for you, okay, vicariously through other seekers. Also, it will give you the tools to interpret dreams for yourself. Dreams serve as a lot of power. It's that fourth dimension, right? Between this dimension and the fifth dimension, between the earthy realm and the spirit realm. It's that bridge. You can get really empowered and gain a lot of equilibrium in your life through working with your dreams. It's just there for you. So why not learn about it and take good use of it? Okay? It also really empowers for manifestation. It generates a lot of energy, not at the expense of anyone else, but from the infinite energy of the universe, of the multiverse, of the divine. Give it whatever caption you want. Okay? Dreams are a very empowering thing for, I believe, every seeker to undergo. So, write me your dream either from tonight or just something that you really remember that kind of got stuck in your head, a memory of a dream or a repetitive dream, whatever it is. GR33 something. Hello, Morgane, and everyone in chat. Hello, thank you for joining. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. It could be a vision, by the way. If you had a vision, anything that feels dreamy, right? that has that vibe. In the meantime, I'm going to shuffle asking for messages for the elements. Tarot for earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Message for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. Message for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Message for fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And message for earth, air signs. Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Air signs. Okay. We'll go into it. I'll also pull runes. No dream, but because life is a dream within a dream. One day I met a white cat and it felt dreamy. Okay, we can talk about the symbolism of a white cat. I rarely remember dreams. Is there a technique to remember? Yes. Every time you go to bed, before you fall asleep, ask your mind to remember your dreams. Just tell yourself, I wish to remember my dreams, and do that night after night until you do. And then even if you remember the vaguest thing, the smallest detail in the morning, make sure that your devices, phone, laptop, etc., are far away from your bed when you wake up. So the first thing that you do is not checking your emails or messages, etc. You just have quiet time in the morning to kind of let it stick and not let it fade away. Okay? But always a night before, ask to remember your dreams. And write them down. Whatever you remember, write it down. And that exercise really, really helps. It strengthens that part of the mind that remembers dreams. White cat. Well, cats are messengers of the spirit realm. They kind of, it's not that as much as they travel between the realms as they are in all the realms at once. Like a cat is conscientious to different frequency and different dimensions at once. It doesn't need to quantum leap, right? It doesn't need to change frequency. It doesn't need to adjust. It has that all the time, which is why cats are so impatient to BS, by the way. They don't have energy for nonsense that, takes away their energy from how much energy it requires to be that way. So if a cat stares at something and to you it looks like nothing, oh, they're staring at something. That's for sure. And when cats behave strange, it's because they're probably like dealing with energies that are annoying to them, and they're just like trying to get them out of their, space in the moment. White symbolizes purification. So maybe it's an invite to purify yourself on several levels and cleanse physically, emotionally, energetically, mentally, in order for you to be able to be like that cat, right? Also, cats are quite lonely. It's a lonely endeavor, to be in so many places at once, because very few can, right? You can't really share what you experience with people or beings that don't see what you see. How do you explain a color to someone who's colorblind? No offense on anyone who's colorblind. It's just an analogy. You're getting you're getting the point. It's like the smarter you get, the lonelier you get, because you feel like no one understands what you understand. It's like feels like you can't talk to anybody, and your range of friendships and camaraderie just gets more narrow and narrower. Abracadabra. By the way, this abracadabra is a sigil that I made, upside down pyramid. It's available on my Teespring. It's an online shop. It's below the video. You can find it with other cool stuff. I hope this helped. Michael O'Donnell Gramerson. I was taking life savers type candy and putting them in a device because they had movies in them. On them, had to check different ones looking for the right one. Huh? Okay, again. And guys, please, I always ask that when you write me something, read it first, make sure that someone who didn't experience what you experienced could understand. Um, so again, I was taking Lifesavers type candy and putting them in a device because they had movies in them. Okay, candies with movies in them. That sounds really fun. Um, had to check different ones looking for the right. So you were looking for a specific movie in candy. So you're looking for your life story within life's pleasures. Um, did you find the right one? Did you find the narrative that fits you best? You enjoy life experiences and life's pleasures, and you enjoy hopping from one narrative to the other. You take it like as a fun roller coaster or a theme amusement park, as opposed to something scary, which is a great way to live life. Take note of the movie you were looking for. What was that so-called right movie that you were looking for? That may be like a sign as to what the next narrative is in your life. GR33. I had a vision going to bed of a woman dressed in white coming towards me. She was holding a child. I was fascinated by this woman, but when they came close, I recognized the child was a distant friend. Oh, this ended too fast. Okay, 13 minutes in, I'm already almost done. All right. I'm gonna read this again because this is interesting. A woman dressed in oh hello, a woman dressed in white coming towards me. She was holding a child. I was fascinated by this woman, but when they came close, I recognized the child was a distant friend. That child, that friend, had a very meaningful influence on your life. Um, there was something about that friendship or the connection that was very spiritual and was there to teach you something. And in a way, it kind of created you. That person affected you somehow. Somehow they affected your personality. I mean, look, our personality is made of personalities we learn of as we grow, right? We're a little bit of this person, a little bit of that friend, a little bit of our parents, a little bit of our culture, the people we meet, and we just kind of take little pieces of puzzle from here, from there, and we form our own picture and we call it a self. Cool. But that person had a very meaningful influence on you. There was something spiritual there that triggered you somehow. So go back to the relationship with that person, with that friend. If there was anything specific with their mother, um, some sort of connectivity that you had, then also, find how it aligns with your life today, how it may have affected your life to today. And if you're good with it, great. And if not, that's where you need to go back to in order to resolve it or change it or transform it. Um, Another thing is coming up from this. That Look, if you're not in touch with that person, maybe reach out. It may have been something asking you to reach out to them because maybe they need your help somehow. They might be going through something that you can help with, or the other way around. So I do recommend reaching out to that person if possible, looking them up. Okay. Anyone else? If not, we'll move to the tarot and the runes. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the chat. Okay. I'm going to start opening the cards. You can still write in your dreams if something comes up. Okay? Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Page of Swords. Someone is thinking about connecting with you. They're wondering what to write. I'm picking up on someone like kind of writing something and then deleting, writing it again and then deleting. Could be a text, could be an email. They want to reach out and connect. They don't want it to feel or sound too heavy, so they're driving themselves a little mad with how they interpret it. If you're cross watching for an Earth sign, and that's you, just send the message. Runes. I'm sorry, a rune for Earth signs. The Page of Swords. And he was. Yeah, this is the Yggdrasil tree, the tree of life in Norse mythology. They used to make bows and arrows. So it's a very strong, from this tree branches, it's a very strong symbol of protection, as well as it's a bridge connecting the worlds. One little reach out, one small message can change everything, can literally transform everything. So someone is wanting to tell you something, and it's very meaningful and it's very deep, but they're trying to go about it in a light-hearted manner. I'm not sure why. But keep in mind, if you receive like a communication from someone that is seemingly lighthearted, don't brush it off. Like, continue the connection. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to talk to that person, then don't. But if it's someone that you do want to speak with, then help them get the ball rolling in the conversation and try to, like, I don't know, encourage them to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. Okay? Oh no, if you send enough messages and door closed, then no. Don't. I'm not saying bother anybody, but like I'm saying someone is thinking about you, the earth signs, right? It's outside the earth signs. I mean, obviously it could be another earth sign, but someone is obsessing over it. Okay. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. 10 of Swords. What an interesting day of messages. Yesterday was all water. Today we're having air. Water signs. Something has ended, possibly abruptly, but as it ends, you realize that it wasn't a surprise at all. It's seemingly as abrupt, but then you're like, no, the writing was on the wall. Your water signs, some of you are on the verge of a completely different lifestyle. Your lifestyle thus far was very based in a lot of difficult lessons, struggle, mental anguish sometimes, overthinking, manifesting relationships and situations that align with that energy, possibly betrayal, lies, things like that. If you went through like a really long cycle of betrayals and lies and confusion, it ends. It's like a very fine. Now it might be painful somehow, but painful like, okay, this is a horrible analogy, but imagine there's a sword in you. Like there's a sword in you, and then in order to heal the wound, you got to pull the sword out of you. So the pulling of the sword out of you is, it's painful. But then you're relieved, and they can block the hole and heal, right? So, sorry, but that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Let's see a rune for water signs for this message. For the 10 of Swords. I hold in the reverse. You're going to find out someone was either unfaithful or not doesn't love anymore, or someone, this could be you or someone else. Someone doesn't love anymore, someone is unfaithful, someone wants to end something, there's no cooperation, no resolution, a strong sense of betrayal that there's no going back from. It's like, that's it. Congratulations. Fire signs. The Fool. Fire signs. You're bringing some like lighthearted energy to this. I'm picking up on the song "Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose." You may have just experienced an ending, or you're promoting an ending that leads you to a place of freedom. So there's this mental relief I'm picking up. You're just like, you feel like the world is open to you. You feel like there's nothing you can't do. I think you're rising from something painful, and you feel elevated. It's almost like I'm picking up on someone. He's traveling super light. See his little bag here? I feel like you threw away like a big bag with a lot of stuff in it after a long journey, and you're like, I can't keep carrying all this. It's too much. So you just drop it all, throw it outside, and just carry the things you only need. There's major new start, restart. Rune for fire signs for the Fool. Ansus in the upright. Speaking of the Yggdrasil tree, this is the rune of Odin, who hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree upside down for 9 days and nights. He did it to gain the wisdom of the runes. High runes. You can't see them. Runes in Gaelic means secrets, by the way. I give daily messages. I post them every week, messages by the day from runes to my patrons on Patreon, if you're into that. And Sus in the upright, it's the wisdom that was gained, right? From the sacrifice, or from the pain, or from the journey, from being like the hangman upside down, right? It's gaining that mastery. The Fool is the master of the tarot card, and Sus is the master of the runes. It's a very powerful message. Fire signs. You are at a place where you've gained so much from going through so much, and similarly to air signs, you're starting this new cycle, but unlike air signs, to you it feels liberating, and you're already in the empowered state. Air signs are still in the I'm sorry, water signs, not air signs. We didn't get to air signs. Sorry, my bad. Because there's so much air on the table, there's a lot of swords. Water signs, like feeling like exhausted, but water signs, this is like where you're going towards. Where fire is now, water signs, that's the energy you're heading towards. This is what fire just went through. That's what you're going through now. You're going through that state of purification. And you will rise like a phoenix. But acknowledge that the sword being pulled out of you, water signs, it's the best thing for you, even if it feels painful. And know that it's leading to massive relief. You're going to receive some news that will make you feel really free. Back to fire signs. That will make you feel like super relieved, super lighthearted. It's going to be something truthful. It's going to be like good dharma. Good karma, and congratulations. Now, air signs. 7 of Cups. I want to first look at the rune. Rune for air signs, for 7 of Cups. Wungo in the reverse. Someone yesterday received, or 2 days ago, in a Good Morning Avalon, received the Wungo in the reverse. Who was it? Okay. um, Air signs, some of you are feeling like there is a dream that feels like you lose grasp on it, like you can't really, that you keep it, every time you try to grab it, every time it's almost succeeds, it's like it just slips through your hands, slips through your fingertips. Something about your attitude towards life. Let's say if there's some sort of pessimism, um, feeling like things are not possible, that makes it drift even further away. And there is one thing that is reachable for you, that is possible, that you're missing out on, you're not looking on because you're not looking at it properly. You're not seeing it for what it is. It's being phased out by a lot of other stuff that you want and can't have, and you're you're focusing your attention on that instead of what is a dream come true for you, that is actually accessible, that you're just not seeing. So the recommendation is to change the perspective and to gear your focus onto something really good that you have. This thing over here. Okay. So Hewaz can be the letter Y, Ehor can be the letter Z, Ansus can be the letter A, and Wungo can be the letter W. Now let's move to the collective. We have Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Fool, and Seven of Cups. So this is a major new start that comes from an ending that you seemingly didn't anticipate, but then in retrospect it was obvious. You feel like a lot of you in the collective slash Secret 13 or Fucus feel like you're waking up from a bubble, like some sort of an illusion or a mindset that wasn't serving you as being, it's ended. It's blown up. It's blown up. It's like, okay, that was just an illusion. That was just a fantasy. That wasn't true. But it comes with a lot of freedom now that you know there's liberation. Um, I feel like a lot of really poignant truths are coming in small doses, but a lot of them. So it feels overwhelming, like truth here, truth there, message here, message there, understanding here, learning this, learning that. This happens with that person. This happens with that person. Like a bunch of little things that add up, and you're like overwhelmed with like a lot of needles as opposed to one sword. I'm sorry for the crazy analogies. It's just how it feels like, honestly. And it was Ehor in the reverse and Susan in the upright, Wombo in the reverse. I think Ehor in the reverse and Wombo the reverse both came out yesterday or the day before. That's very interesting and highly unlikely because there are so many variations to all the rooms, and like both of them coming together in the reverse. Yeah, some sort. This is just confirmation. Some sort of an illusion breaks down because you gain wisdom, you gain understanding. Um, you gain a lot of power from some sort of pain. You're like, oh my God, thank goodness I found that out. It's painful, but I'm happy I found it out now, as opposed to having stayed there and not knowing and being stuck. Okay, guys, if this was helpful, do the thumbs up and comment your thoughts. Let me know. Everything that you need is in the description box. This is the best time to watch your Cancer season. Tarot scopes for all the signs that are already uploaded. We're in the height of the energies. It's the middle of the season. So, hello, Bridget. Welcome. So, I do recommend, if you haven't watched it, go watch. You can watch your other placements, cross watch, or even watch again. Because a lot of people write me all the time that when they watch my video for the first time, it it strikes a bell and a chord, but they're not exactly sure how it. Well, that's how it is with foresight, right? But then 2, 3 weeks later, boom, it all, or even a few months later, it all just kind of connects. So, watching retrospect, it really helps gaining understandings, especially now when you're still in the season. I'm going to start doing the Leo season's Taroscope soon, so catch up with the Cancer season if you have not yet. Tarot Masterclass is below. I will link my classes from Tarot Masterclass to these 4 cards: Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Fool, and Seven of Cups if you want to learn more about them, what I have to say about them. Everything in the description box. Sorry, lost myself for a second. And oh, I'm on Instagram, The Existential Shift. Hope to see you there. Okay, guys, thank you again for joining me. Stay magic, stay true, and bye for now.